Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about my research paper, which is entitled Online Anonymity in a Public World. So most of us are familiar with anonymity on the internet just through our phones or computers. We can use private browsers so that our parents or somebody can't go through our information. But being anonymous has a very long history that goes way back beyond or before the internet. For example, back in the days when the printing press was gaining steam and along through the present time, many people used pseudonyms so that they could publish, so that for among other things they could publish works that they would be scared to publish under their real names. Great example of this in American history is the Federalist Papers, which were published by James Madison and Alexander Hamilton, and along with John Jay, when the U.S. was first looking to adopt its constitution anonymously to try and convince people to support the adoption of it. But so yeah, it's been around for a long time, and there's many benefits to this. There's many potential benefits that we'll see in the future. For example, many of you all remember the Arab Spring that happened earlier this decade. In the Arab Spring, there's a lot of people who they were terrified. They would otherwise not get involved because they're scared of the repercussions of what would happen if they lost. But what allowed a lot of people to get together and protest was that they could be anonymous online and organized through the internet without having the governments crack down on them. Also, it lets people be themselves. It lets people express through their freedoms of speech without having to worry about being discriminated against or prejudice against them. So yeah, there are some potential problems with anonymity. For example, some people will have heard of the infamous dark web, where supposedly all types of stuff goes on, criminal activities, the selling of drugs, weapons, pornography, especially child pornography is one of the more infamous examples of stuff on the dark web. And this is potentially a huge problem because these websites like Tor, which I have a link to in my paper, a source to in my paper, they allow people to become much harder to catch by police. So that'll be a much bigger problem potentially in the future. And this also goes to show with terrorist groups like ISIS gaining a larger presence online, although they are using Twitter, so they're being pretty obvious about it. Some security concerns for people who want to be anonymous is that you're not actually totally anonymous. And you can't go on the internet and be absolutely unfindable. Also, the spread of misinformation. When you don't have to put your name behind something, some people just say whatever they want, even if it's not true, because they know it won't get back to them. Some social problems is cyberbullying. If you just go to a YouTube page, you can see people who no one knows who they are, so they just say the meanest things, and this could be really damaging to a lot of people. And also that misinformation. You don't want to misinform populace. So a little more stuff that we could research on this is, for example, how can we prevent all this widespread cyberbullying, and also how to get these anonymous tools to the people who need it most, those people in countries where they can't express themselves openly. All right, so thank you guys. Have a great day.